Well, it's back. Have to say it. I don't want to say it, but it's back. The guy asked me, the owner, if we're going to do a #2 video on it, and I, what the hell, might as well. Anyways, he used it for first crop, alfalfa, hay, whatever you call it, and come in here this morning and the clutch was tight on the compressor, so the compressor burned up. It burned right tight. So actually I got one ready, and I'm going to do, while we're apart, I went and checked my work from the last time where that evaporator is, and actually I'm going to basically give this thing an overhaul completely now at this point. I'm putting a new thermostat in there. I'm going to do a little better job on the box, seeing I got about 10 days before they start the next crop. I got all the components already here today. They brought it in this morning, and there's something else I found. This is what happens. I got one pulled over on me from some other damn mechanic that pulled one over on whoever owned this thing previous to these guys, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it the last time it was here. Everything worked fine. It was cooling and cooling and cooling, the high pressure, the fan kicked in and all that kind of stuff, and it didn't dawn on me, but I'll show you. I was pulling the wires off of here today, and you got your high pressure, or the sensor for the fan. And when I unclip these wires, which I didn't do last time, bad. You see this? That's a butt connector. This is the secondary side of the power that powers the clutch. So somebody, and then they hid it in this loom. So it was all wrapped up in here, and it was tied over, and it was so nice and pretty. And here's what, I'm not familiar with this truck. I guess I wasn't. Every time I work on it, I'm getting more and more familiar with it, but this is just a guess right now. But this is the low pressure cutout. So, and the low pressure switch is there in this line, and it didn't dawn on me and or whoever. I don't know why somebody would do that previous to this, but so what it did was, what happened, I believe, with my die check and my light, with my yellow glasses, these things. Well, let me see if I can show you. What the hell? You only live once, right? Let's see if this works. Put this, I know I did this the last time, but how am I going to do this stuff? I'll tell you what happened. Bear with me here. I got to do some binking around here, but what happened is the compressor seal is out. I'm going to put this on there, and I'm going to show you in the back cover of that compressor. I don't know if that shows up. I'll have to watch it on the video screen. But you see all the fluorescing on this back cover, which is the bottom end of the compressor. And if you look at the front of the compressor, I don't know there again if it's showing up or the hoot or not. But down in there, I put dye in it when it was here last time. And when I got in this morning, I don't know if that's going to show up or not. But when I got in here this morning, I hooked excuse me, I hooked up my sheen, and it read no pressure. And I had the driver flip the switch on, and the compressor just squealed like a sunbed, started smoking. Yeah, shut it off. And so what happens when she lost pressure, the low pressure switch, the low pressure cutout to the compressor that wasn't hooked up and that I didn't catch. Of course, I wasn't looking for it. Everything worked when it left here. But the low pressure cutoff, because the thermostat controls it. All right, and or nobody told me that somebody had jimmied that or hot wired it. But the low pressure, the thermostat was working, cutting it in and out, antifreeze up in the evaporator, and lo and behold, this time I think the compressor crapped out on us and all the Freon went out the clutch seal. I'll show you on the one on the bench. I got a new one here ready. And so when it went down to low pressure, the clutch stayed engaged. So now you got no oil, you got no Freon with the oil in it going through the compressor, and it just smoked the compressor. So it would have been right here, right out this seal, and it would have just kept on running and running and running and running and running and running and running. And I'm surprised. Well, the operator, who at the time heard it squealing and shut it off, so they didn't do any more damage, like burn the belt off or anything like that. But that's what my guess is as of right now. This will just be the first part of this video, but the wife's on her way back from K Whopper with some more parts, and we're going to get that wire rewired in there, and we're going to make sure the electrical system works with the high pressure, low pressure, and the thermostat. I mean, those are basically an expansion valve I'm putting in new. Everything is going to be basically, this whole system is going to be new. And I just can't understand why somebody would do that and expect the next guy to go, oh yeah, look at, they hid it underneath the wire loom and it was all nice and covered up. Whatever. So here we go again with somebody else paying for somebody else's lack of good work, to put it mildly. So I've got a few, like I said, that evaporator that I silver brazed last time, it's chucked full. It's just the aluminum is coming apart on it, so I'm going to replace it. And I know that, and I'm going to work on that box and getting that nice and cleaned up and more airtight than it was before. And I hope it doesn't, it is what it is. Hopefully this truck will be the one in the star of the fleet that'll, basically he's going to come in with a whole new system. The condenser on the front will be original. There's one good hose there yet that I don't need to replace. There's no problems with it. So compressor, Freon, thermostat, low pressure sensor, expansion valve, evaporator. Basically all new. So there should be no excuse for it this time to fail. Okay. Next time. Cycling and defrosting. Lessons learned today. I'm inside the truck. Look at here. The window's frosted up outside because I got it so cold in here. So I'll show you a thermometer. You can focus on that. zoom, zoom. Come on. One thing I don't like about this camera, yeah, it's about 90 degrees outside and it's just hot. And I got her at 48 in here and can't complain. I've been running the truck now for about a half hour to make sure it cycles off and on, off and on. And the thermostat kicks the compressor out so it can defrost, just like the refrigerator. You'll want the evaporator to cool up and cool off. And I got 48 degrees steady coming out of the hole. Like I said, it's about 90 out today. The window's actually frosted on the outside, or yeah. So I'm pretty good with that. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the finish of what I learned on this one, because we never stopped learning, and this one was a pain in my ass. Not really, I kind of like it, but it's still a pain because I think I got it in a video earlier because of somebody before me and hot wiring a switch, and you know, we'll see what happens. I didn't know if I want to publish this thing, but yeah, pretty happy. Been at it kind of all day, dicking around, trying to get it to work, so see what I can do from here. Okay, people, we're gonna review. I'm gonna take this nice thing again and I'm gonna try this. See if it works. Okay, we got the yellow glasses on. I think I showed you this before the other day on the machine. I don't know if you'll pick it up, but all the yellow there, the dye, and I just pulled a little, there's like a felt seal that goes around there, and I don't know if you'll pick it up or not, but right down in there, the front seal and this back cover is where our problem started. She was locked up. That compressor is, here, I'll show you. Here, I'll show you. Here, I'll show you. Gotta show you. Gotta show you. We should be able to turn this guy. Something's busted in there. She just dead stopped. She's locked right up tight. Okay. As far as I'm concerned, she's just about as brand new as you can get, minus that box mounted to the firewall with the license plate. It's still kind of, it works. I got it to work. So. Alright, that's it for, I'm going to call this lessons learned. I think. Don't ever trust anybody else's work. Go back, go into it further. Just look into it. So, alright, we'll talk to you later. Bye.